Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to Zayinbranchministries. Thank you so very much for listening, and I hope and pray that this blesses you today. So I'm going to be reading today about the Shabbat reading for this weekend, Beshalach, when he let go. That's Exodus 13, 17, and Judges 4, 5 to 31. And I'm also going to be talking about Tu Bishavat, which was yesterday on the 15th of Shevat, on Yah's calendar 5781, which I follow year to year. Yah's calendar and not the world's calendar. So we are in the year 5781, and today it is the 16th of Shevat, 5781, 29th of January 2020. And we are in the most darkest time of the year, throughout the deep dark winter. And that is no surprise that we are coming up to the 24th of Shevat, which is Zechariah's vision 1:7, and the 4 horsemen, the 4 different coloured horses, and the man who sits on the red horse amongst the myrtle trees, which is the horse of war. So that's coming up on the 24th, which is the Shabbat, next weekend, the 24th of Shevat, 5781. So, Tu Bishavat was yesterday, and it was the first fruits, the first new year of the trees, the first fruits, and that correlates to our first fruits. What are we putting first in our lives? Are we putting Yeshua, YHWH, first in our lives? Are we giving of our first fruits? And Leviticus 19:23 is the fruit of the 4th year was to be offered as a gift to the Kohanim, who were the priests. They were the Kohanim who ministered in the temple, and they were given the 4th year fruits as a gift of gratitude for the bounty of the land. And then on the 5th year, the fruits of the trees were given to the farmers. They were able to eat them in the 5th year, the 5th year of grace, praise Yah, given to the farmers to eat. But of course, Yah is inspecting our fruit at this time. What is the fruit of our lives? And Yah always says you can judge a tree by its fruits. Praise Yah Adonai, Shevat. So I will open with a prayer. Enter into your gates with open hearts, and we enter into your courts with thanksgiving and praise. Yah, YHWH, the Most High, Heavenly King, and Yeshua, our Messiah. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam Vayed. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Praise be his glorious name and his sovereignty forever and ever. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you this day shall be upon your heart, and you shall teach them to your children, as you sit in your house, as you walk on the road, as you lie down, and when you rise. And they shall be for a sign upon your hands, between your foreheads, upon your hands, and upon your gates. And that is Yah's greatest commandment. And then, of course, Yeshua said the second greatest commandment is to love your neighbor as yourself. Praise Yah Adonai. Shevat. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. So today's Shabbat reading, Shabbat Shalom, as the sun goes down, Shabbat Shalom. It is the 16th of Shevat, 5781, the 29th of January 2020, and the reading is Beshalach, when he let go. And you see, it was the time for the children of Israel. And Yah had taken them out of Egypt, which Egypt meaning the world. And he is taking us out of the world. We have been set apart and called by Yah and Yeshua out of this Egypt, out of the world. And this is what he was doing for this reading. And Yah didn't take the children of Israel on the most direct route out of Egypt, out of the world, but by the way of the wilderness. And of course, he took us. He didn't take us on a direct route out of the world, choose us out of the world. He took us on a roundabout route, the way of the wilderness, so that we could learn our trials and tribulations and know that Yah was guiding us through it with a cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night. He guided us as he guides us now, by a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. He leads us out of Egypt, out of the world, and he sets us apart from the world. Praise Yah Adonai, Shevat, most God, holy. We praise his holy name. So Parashat Beshalach, that is Exodus 13:17. After Pharaoh had let the people go, God did not lead them along the road to the land of the Philistines, although that was nearby. For God said the people might change their minds if they see war. They may change their mind and return to Egypt. So God led the people around by the way of the wilderness to the Sea of Reeds. Bri Israel went up out of the land of Egypt armed. Moses also took the bones of Joseph with him, for he had made the Bri Israel swear an oath, saying, God will surely remember you, Yah Adonai, YHWH will surely remember you, and then you are to carry my bones away with you. So they journeyed from Succoth and encamped in Etham, on the edge of the wilderness, and Adonai went before them in a pillar of cloud by day to lead them the way, and in the pillar of fire by night to give them light, so they could travel both day and night. The pillar of cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night never departed from the people. So that was Yah, guiding their footsteps, just as he does with us. We are walking in his ways. So I ask you, what is your walk with Yah? How are you walking in his ways? Do you see his cloud by day and his pillar of fire by night? Is he guiding you through the wilderness? I hope and pray that he is. So I'm going to be reading Judges 4 and 5:31. Now Deborah, a woman who was a prophetess, the wife of Lapideth, was judging Israel at the time. She used to sit under the palm tree of Deborah between Raham and Bethel in the hill country of Ephraim. And the Bri Israel came up to her for judgment. And now she sent and summoned Barak, son of Abinoam, from Kedash in Naphtali, and said to him, Hasn't Adonai, God of Israel, commanded, Go, march to Mount Tabor, and take with you 10,000 men and sons of Naphtali, and the sons of Zebulun. Then at the Kishon torrent I will draw out to you Sisera, commander of Jabin's army, with his chariots and his multitude, and I will give him into your hand. But Barak said to her, If you are going with me, then I will go. But if you aren't going with me, I won't go. As she, Deborah, the prophetess, could foresee what was going to happen. And so he wasn't wanting to go unless Deborah went with him. So that was Judges 4, and then 5:31. Judges 5:31. So let all your enemies perish, Adonai, but may those who love him be like the rising of the sun in its might. Then the land had peace for 40 years. So let all your enemies perish, Adonai, but may those who love him be like the rising of the sun in its might. Then the land had peace for 40 years. So you see, all the enemies of Adonai, YHWH, will perish in the land, so that we can count on. We do not need to fear. Just know that He has taken us. He has set us apart out of this world, and he leads us by a cloud by the day and a pillar of fire by night. So we are set apart and led by the Spirit, by the cloud by day, pillar of fire by night. So ask yourself, how are you walking during the day and in the night. And remember that Yah has set us apart by his Spirit, the promise of the Father, the indwelling Spirit, the set-apart Spirit. So that's Acts 1:5, Acts 1:8 as also, and 1 Corinthians 6:19. Do you not know you are the dwelling place, the set-apart Spirit? And what he did for the children of Israel, Moses, he stretched out the hand over the sea and parted the sea so that they could leave Egypt and cross over into the promised land, just as he is doing for us, to leave Egypt, leave the world, leave this year behind, 5780. We are in 5781, soon to be coming into 5782. And this is the year of the mouth, to speak Yah's words, to speak them to our friends, our neighbors, to the world. This is the mouth pay, the year 5781. Yah is fighting our battles. And Luke 3:21-22, the set-apart Spirit of Yah came as a dove upon Yeshua and was led by the Spirit of Yah, filled by the Spirit, leading him every step of the way, just as he does for us. He leads us every step of the way. The cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night. Our indwelling, set-apart Spirit to contend with the world. And that's what we possess. That's what we've got to remember. We are set apart from the world. This is the most important thing for us to remember. Acts 2:1-2. They were all filled with a set-apart Spirit. And Shavuot, Pentecost, Acts 2:16. For these men are not drunk. They have been filled with a set-apart Spirit, just as the Israel, the Bri Israel, the children of Israel was set apart and taken into their promised land. Praise Yah, Adonai, Shevat, just as we are set apart. Praise Yah. Praise Yah. Shevat, the Most High. So, phew. This is what the parashat reading is all about. And Yah gave them manna that came down onto the earth. It looked like white, pieces of white, with the Bri Israel, the children of Israel, picked it up, formed bread, and had their manna during the day. And then Yah rained down the quail for them, the meat that came upon the earth for the Bri Israel, the children to eat. Praise Yah, just as He also provides our manna, our food. He provides all our needs. Praise Yah, Adonai, Shevat. So I hope and pray that this teaching for the parashat Beshalach, the reading for Shabbat this weekend, no matter what this world is looking like, we cannot focus on the world. We have to know, praise Yah, Adonai, Shevat, that He is taking us out of this world. And He is protecting us and guiding us all the way. So, it doesn't matter, we are on the deepest time, the darkest time of the winter. and we will soon be singing, the winter has passed and the springtime has come. Praise Yah, Adonai, Savarot, the Most High. So I will leave you with this prayer. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you his peace, his shalom. In the mighty name of the YHWH, I am that I am. Praise Adonai Savarot, the Most High. Thank you very much for listening to zayinbranchministries. If this has blessed you in any way, please look for the signs on my channel heading, and you can bless anyone of the state of Israel. Please donate to any one of those sites. Israel 365, International Fellowship for the Christians of Jews. For El Shaddai Ministries, for Avat Ami Ministries, and if I've left any out, please forgive me. So please donate to any one of those 4 ministries, and please give me a thumbs up if this has blessed you. So until next weekend, I will be praying for you. If you need prayer, please email me at zayinbranchministries@aol.com. Thank you so very much for listening. Shabbat Shalom. I hope and pray you have a peaceful rest. Praise Adonai Savarot and Yeshua, our Messiah. Praise be to God. Until next week, praise Yah. Shalom.